Hey, what's up, everybody? The second most important thing you need to know in Denver right now is Travis Henry. Travis Henry. Travis Hunter is the forerunner for the Heisman Trophy award winner this year, and that's by a long shot. I don't know if you guys have been watching this guy play football. I mean, we've been talking about it all season, but my gosh, this guy is just an absolute joy to watch play the game. You guys been watching him?
I've seen highlights, yeah. I also saw his Heisman campaign video. Do you see that one? It
I haven't seen it.
was like the marketing video for his campaign. It was probably the best one you'll ever see in your whole life.
Hmm.
It's like him lining up at receiver against himself.
Oh, really?
It's really cool. Yeah. It was awesome. It'll give you chills.
So cool. It's been 30 years since Rashawn Salam won it for the Buffs. And I remember watching his kind of historic run, so to speak, for the Heisman. Such a different athlete, downhill runner, just absolute breakaway speed, big, strong running back, amazing. But Travis Hunter is bringing a level of athleticism I don't even know if I've ever seen before. His body awareness in space, his ability to improvise, stop and start, absolutely extraordinary. Now, in second place running is Ashton Genty for Boise State, who is also like really awesome to watch. Have you guys seen this guy at all? Michael
Oh,
Myers?
yeah. He's insane.
Yeah, man,
Yeah. He's crazy.
he's super sick. And I love a good running back. You don't see that in today's game as much, and he's killing it. But man, Travis Hunter, second most important thing. You guys got a first most important thing in Denver this week?
Oh man. First most important thing in Denver this week.
You could say Bo Nix if you want. He's he's pretty awesome right now.
Yeah, yeah.
He, I
Both
mean,
throwing darts.
killing it.
Totally.
The first most important thing in Denver this week for the Wooks is Tape B.
Tape B, what's that?
That is a bass music artist who I put on my events for this week, and I went to go check what the ticket price was, and there's not even a single ticket on resale right now.
Wow.
Where's he playing at?
He's gonna be playing at Mission Ballroom, which is a nice spot up in the Rhino neighborhood, North Rhino.
That's
It's your next biggest. It's your biggest indoor venue besides like, Ball Arena.
so no one's even scalping the tickets. Like there's just the demand's so high that they just need to go.
Yeah. I wanted to give you guys a in the door price because it's sold out obviously, but there's not even a single ticket listed on the exchange.
Dang.
Tape
That is truly exceptional.
Tape B stock is up. I'm about to tell one of my friends to just go list for like $1,000 on there.
Just to get the market started. Nice. All right, I've got the most important thing that Denver needs to know is what is Nikola Jokic doing? He's taken 2 games off for personal reasons. So one can only speculate. I'm willing to bet there might be some kind of international horse auction happening that
Hmm.
he had to go pick up some ponies.
I
But
could see that.
yeah, where Bo Nix is absolutely soaring. The Broncos look like they're going to make a wild card berth. The Buffs look like they're going to make it into the championship, perhaps win the Big 12 championship. The Nuggets can't do anything without Jokic. And so we're all left speculating. I think they're playing the Grizzlies tonight. We'll see if he's back from the pony exchange, but I will also respect his privacy. And big man needs some time off, no problem. But
Mm-hmm.
god dang, the Nuggets fall apart when he's gone.
Better come back.
Yeah. I feel like it's a common theme in the NBA is these kind of within the early season, these stars, they kind of just they go leak out somewhere for a few days here and there. There's not really an explanation. That's been one of the hot topics in the NBA the last few years is
Mm.
all the rest time for stars.
Yeah. And they deserve it. It's a long season. I think probably after that Last Dance documentary with the Bulls came out, and they realized that Dennis Rodman just got a pass to go party in Vegas for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
we could do that?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's
Dennis
dive in,
Party
gentlemen.
Pass.
What's Good Denver is a weekly celebration of culture and discovery and fun stuff to do in Denver for kids, couples, singles, and old timers. I'm Ryan Estes with Tom, BTC all-time high going down on this podcast. Donahue and the Audric Estime of podcasting, Troy Higgins. Today's feature is an introduction to the secret society of Denver billionaires. Discover the hidden world of the most unique entrepreneurs, investors, and creative in the secret society of Denver billionaires. Now, this is going to be published exclusively on our newsletter. So if you want to sign up to get that weekly newsletter of features and fun stuff to do in Denver, go to realgooddenver.com and fill it out. We're slowly building up this list, and it's going really well. So go sign up for the newsletter, realgooddenver.com. Our sponsor is SamanaFloat.com. Our music is by Troy Higgins. Now, I'm going to hit real quick here with a couple of hits. Talking Trash. These are articles that will also be on our newsletter this week, so you can kind of get links to these. I'm pulling these from the subreddit R Denver. Just to rip through some headlines here. King Soopers has the same logo as its inception in 1947, if you can believe that. We got a beautiful aerial view of City Park from the 1920s. There is the Colorado Supreme Court appeals the rules that Lime scooters are not held for liable for operator actions, which would spell the doom of Lime scooters because, dude, I mean, just my own interaction with Lime scooters has been death-defying already. We got Wyatt's Towing is closing in Colorado, or they're being sold to Elite Towing. Let's hope reputationally they can do a little bit better. We've got my experience in speed dating in Denver, which is appropriate to this podcast because we do a lot of we let people know about these speed dating events, and it sounds like this guy in particular has some very good words to say about speed dating. And then there's also a picture of a tree that's dang near almost felled in Cherry Creek. There appears to be a beaver situation that may be ransacking the Cherry Creek Trail, or has been for some time. So if you want to get to the bottom,
like some beaver work right there, without a doubt.
That's major beaver action.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So is he he's trying to dam up the trail?
I think so.
He's trying to close off the flow of people.
Yeah, he's tired of all these people coming to Denver.
I love the top comment, just one word, beaver. 128 upvotes.
Yeah, beaver.
All you need to say.
That is definitely.
Yeah, they're shockingly all over the place. They must clean up after him or something. But it was a couple years ago, and twice I was chilling. There was one up by Highway 76. I'm not sure what that little creek is. It might be Clear Creek. I'm not sure, but heard like some slapping, and I thought that there was like it's probably not nice. I thought there was like a homeless encampment down there, and people were making noise and were going to come run out of the bushes and attack me and my buddy that were, drinking White Claws by the river. But turns out, beaver.
Someone said might be a domesticated house cat. Nice.
A domesticated house cat. Yeah.
It might be what?
Domesticated house cat. So one of these fellow Redditors commented.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Nice. Cool. So I did mention, we're talking about running backs, and I gave, Troy the esteemed name of Audric Estime. Now, Audric Estime might be the third string running back for the Broncos, but he's having a heck of a season. I love this guy, largely because I have a fun pronunciation, of his name. Like Estime, I believe, is the correct way, It sounds etymologically a lot like my name, but it's more fun to pronounce it as time.
Yeah.
So when he gets the ball, you can be like, oh, it's time.
I haven't heard that yet. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
I
football.
thought he was gonna be the starter because it looked like Javonte Williams had kind of taken a step back the
Yeah,
previous week, but this week it kind of looked like the roles went back to the typical workload for Javonte Williams. And that's to me
yeah,
is complimentary.
yeah. And Javante had that absolute monster run too
Hmm.
for a touchdown. That was really cool to see. It was amazing.
I think the Broncos play the Raiders this week, so
Yeah,
time for the beatdown.
yeah, man. It's so fun to see. It's been such a fun football season.
Hmm.
God dang. All right. So we are for 2 weeks now. We've been hoping to get an all-time high on the podcast for Bitcoin, and it seems like there is a chance that it could happen this week as well. So we'll be following along. Tom, where are we at?
Yeah, so the previous all-time high was just 1 hour ago. And if we could get it while we're alive, I think our last few weeks since the election will have not been in vain of watching the price during the show. We're at 93,553 at the moment. And the high, according to CoinMarketCap, is 94,002.87.
So it's got a bit of a jump to go, but man, it's so cool.
Yeah.
94. Wow.
Now we're at 93.6, so we're really only, 600. Sorry, no, we're really only $400 off.
I got a question for you, Tom. So we're talking about buy sell. Obviously, we don't give advice on the show, but is it more accurate, or is there benefit in saying you don't sell Bitcoin, rather you convert it to dollars? Is there, and I'm thinking here of like the Bitcoin I sold when it was like at $8. Is there some kind of salve that you can say like, no, you didn't sell it low, you just converted it to dollars, which is what it's supposed to be? Is it supposed to be converted to dollars ever, or is it just supposed to like gain in scarcity and have a hold of value for eternity? What's your take, Tom?
I mean, the way that it's looking is that people are looking towards this as a hold of value. I mean,
Yeah.
no matter what, it's going to be converted to dollars here and there, and that's selling it. So, but people are looking at this as the digital form of gold. So,
Yeah.
there's definitely some long-term value, and people are treating it as such. You have people who are day traders doing the swing trading thing, but to me, it's just a long-term store of value. So
Yeah.
I've got my little bag of Bitcoin, and I'm holding on to it.
Total forever.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, man. Let's hit events. What do you got on tap this week, Tom?
I got. Hold on a second. The first thing that I'm bringing up is pretty cool. Get a little glimpse of our sheet here. There we go. This is a film premiere for a group of highly skilled snowboarders that have not released a film in a very long time, called the Shred Bots. And they have a new film titled Return, and that's going to be premiering in Denver this week on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. at the Ellie Calkins Opera House. I don't know where that is, but
Either.
you're in the door for $18.65. Now, Shredbots are legends. Okay. Let me just go to shredbots.com really quick for the viewers. They've put out some really legendary snowboarding films over the years, not limited to full-length films, but also YouTube videos, backcountry, park riding, all of it. My friend Celia has just married into the Shredbots world. She's married one of the creators of the thing, so I'm excited. I was talking to her about the film premiere, and I know she's really excited. They got a big day planned out for Thursday with parties and watching and food and drinks and all that. So if you want to get involved, check it out. If you know who the Shredbots are, you know that it's going to be a good film. So they got premieres all over the world. Oslo, Innsbruck, Seattle, Vancouver, Denver. So they're all over to the big ski and snowboarding destinations, premiering their new film, and then I'm sure it's going to be released to purchase online. Yeah, I'm showing everyone right now the website. These are their previous films: Light, Afterlight, Horgasm, Shredtopia.
Dude, their
legendary
Instagram is
films.
bananas.
Yeah, if you go to the Instagram, you're gonna see some crazy stuff.
It's like heli skiing with monster powder and giant jumps.
Yep, they'll do everything from down and dirty street riding to park to heli skiing with giant mountain, big helicopter riding. Like, they got it all.
Wow.
So that's the Shred Bots. They're going to be premiering at the Ellie Calkins Opera House. Where is that? Let's find out where that is really quick. Ellie
Looks like you can see their other movies right now on Amazon Prime, Pluto TV,
Cool.
Apple TV.
The other ones, yeah, have been out for a while. Wow, this place looks big. How have I never seen this place before? Ellie Calkins
Where is it?
Opera House. It is right next to the convention center.
Oh.
14th and Champa Street. It's in the Performing Arts Complex. So yeah, I literally was there yesterday. I just never noticed that that's what it was called.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I see.
But
Yeah.
this is a big theater for a premiere. I mean, wow.
That looks rad, man.
You know, I wish I was going to be able to go attend this. I'd love to watch a snowboarding film in this place. I mean, this is a full-on, like, Broadway-sized theater. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Shredbots. Shout out to Celia and Torstein. Congratulations on getting married, even though it was a while ago. What's up next? I got Taylor Swift. A large pivot from the last event. We have Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift trivia and tater tots.
Wow.
How could you not take a look at this? It's at the Museum of Contemporary Art. You can go in. It's an 18+ event, by the way. Don't think that you're getting in there without an ID.
Well, that's going to eliminate a lot of our fan base from being able to attend.
Hey, test your knowledge of all things Taylor as you compete with fellow Swifties in a lively trivia showdown. Who can claim the title of Ultimate Taylor Swift fan while snacking on some crispy tots?
Dude.
Can you go just for the tots? Do you have to answer a certain amount of questions correctly? That's what I want to know. Do you get like 4 tots per correct answer?
I wonder how in depth the questions are.
Yeah, what are the deep cut questions?
Yeah, like who was Taylor Swift's like 3rd grade teacher, or like, questions like that.
Yeah.
I could probably imagine that they do go pretty deep if I was to guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you'd almost have to, just because the level of Swiftiness is so hardcore. Like, you're going to have to differentiate, between the casuals.
That's what I'm saying, I think those Swift fans got their trivia down. And Taylor Swift is not going to be an easy trivia experience.
Yeah, not for beginner Swift fans.
No.
Bring your A game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then another complete turn from Taylor Swift. We got no Red Rocks this week. Red Rocks is done for the season, but we do have, as mentioned earlier, Tape B at Mission Ballroom. This will be the premier location for dance music this weekend. Not even a ticket available. Hold on. So we have Saturday is what I checked for. We'll also give a shout out to G-Eazy Friday at Mission Ballroom. Saturday, Tape B is what I checked. All right. Let's see if there's a ticket available now. There wasn't earlier. Maybe there's a Sunday ticket available. AXS official resale. Nothing. We have nothing for Saturday.
Wow. Did you say you had tickets, Tom?
I do not have tickets. No tickets. Sunday. Resale has not opened for Sunday, but it is sold out. So we're looking dry on tickets for Tape B. It's a highly in demand event. Next week, Flux Pavilion, Dr. P. It's just bass season. Once Red Rocks closes down, Mission Ballroom ramps up the bass.
Yeah.
Even though
I
they're
think I
always
see
going.
some on Vivid Seats.
Vivid Seats? Yeah, I'm sure those websites got them. I don't know what the pricing looks like, but the official resale, the AXS resale.
Okay. 185 for floor, general admission.
Ooh, yeah. It'll all be floor. But 185 on Vivid Seats. That's, I'm sure these tickets were probably like $40.
Yeah, that's like the cheapest one too. They go a lot higher than that.
Yeah. Not many tickets available.
Only 10 listings. That's like impressive.
The people like Tape B, that's for sure. And there was no other headline Tape B show this year. He did come and support another artist called Subtronics, but this is the only headlining Tape B show, so that's why the people are really excited. But anyway, big roller coaster of events right there. But that's all I got for this week. 3 quick ones.
It's a very diverse group. And actually, that snowboarding video, that looks actually really cool. At a big opera house, that'd be awesome. I wonder how big the screen's going to be.
I'd love to go. Yeah, I know there's going to be an after party and stuff too. Not sure how you
Cool.
slide into that, but I'm sure they're going to have the screen fill up that stage. I couldn't imagine that the opera house doesn't have their stuff together.
Nice. All right, I got a couple of things. I'll start with a community announcement, also from Reddit, from user bisexual_Asian. He's starting a new acapella, or she, I don't know. They're starting a new acapella group and are looking for members to audition. So it looks like it's pretty serious here. It's Nexus Acapella. Do you have to sign up? They're going to do auditions in Lafayette. So I guess that's kind of halfway between here and Boulder. But it got me thinking about my old choir. And I used to have a choir called Loud on Wheels. It was the Walnut Tradesman Federation presents Loud on Larimer. So WTF LOL. And it was a great season. For about 6 months, we did karaoke choir style.
Wow.
So I was thinking like, oh man, maybe I should go audition for this acapella group. But then I realized that like, I'm not like a skilled or talented singer. So, if you are, that's a good place to do it. In the newsletter this week, I'm going to put all of the holiday events for families. So if you're looking for wholesome family Christmas stuff, I'm going to do a list of about 50 different things. Again, you can go to realgooddenver.com to get signed up on that. This week we've got the Nuggets and the Mavs. So Luka's back in town. Kyrie, Mile High Tree Lightings on November 22nd. We have what was this one? Willful Wildlife. Animals in Persuasive Maps. This is scratching the biology itch here. This is at the Colorado History Center on Broadway. So join the Rocky Mountain Map Society for discussion on the persuasive ways in which maps influence opinion or make a point rather than simply presenting objective geographic information. So one of the ways to encode a message is to use images of attention-catching animals. So Lane will explore how animals have been used on what are known as persuasive maps from the 17th century to the modern era. I'm assuming that's including Red Dead Redemption. But I saw this and I was like, this guy sounds like he knows a little thing about maps and has a bone to pick.
Definitely.
He's like, I never looked at a map and thought I was being coerced into an opinion of something.
Yeah, maps are usually just pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, if I was like a
Persuasive maps.
seaman and I saw like a I don't know, like a mermaid on the corner of the map, I don't know, maybe I would not go that way, you know? Just be like, well,
Yeah, there
the
could be
map
something
says
over there.
mermaids are over there,
Mhm.
but if you are playing Red Dead and you see that the legendary beaver is over by Cherry Creek, you might want to go check that out. Maybe you need that side quest.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I've never even heard of this concept of a persuasive map. Persuasive maps are those intended primarily to influence opinion or make a point rather than simply present objective geographic information.
Yeah. I mean,
Interesting.
that's very specific, right?
Really specific.
Chris Lane is not playing.
He's been in the print and map business for over 4 decades, all right? He knows about
This guy knows
maps.
what's up. Willful wildlife. Very interesting. All right. Here's another one for some creatives. Writing from the skin. We're not in an evening with Nina McCoingley. And this is for people apparently that might be a little bit insecure as an author writing for somebody else. So it says,
Hmm.
whose stories can we tell? How can we authentically and respectfully create characters who come from different ethnic, cultural, or gender identities? Are there rules? I don't know. Maybe the Cliff Notes is like, no, there's no rules. You can definitely do that. Like, that's the
Mm-hmm.
fun thing about playing make believe.
Mhm.
Isn't that the whole point?
Oh, it's up in Fort Collins. This is looks like it's a CSU professor who's writing this or
Yeah.
running this.
I think that a part of like putting something out creatively is you got to mute that voice in your own head that's telling you all the rules. For me, a lot of times it was like, man, your grandma's going to hear this. Are you sure you want to use those words? And so
Mm-hmm.
you got to wrestle with it. But now if you're like thinking, is there a rule that says I can't play make believe? I don't know. I hope that the punchline for this is like you can do whatever you want to do. Is there another answer to that question? I don't know.
Yeah. It's if you're, creating art, I don't think there should be a limitation on telling a story. But then again, there's different standards at different levels of uh, the writing world. So, y-
There's
you know,
also kind of a trope that I see pop up every once in a while, which is like men writing from women's perspective, particularly in like romance novels. And it's like very cringe inducing and awful. So maybe that's it. It's like, look, there's no rule. You can do whatever you want, but man, beware.
like your art might suck if you
Yeah, this
what?
could be really bad.
Yeah.
It could be really bad.
Hmm.
So, maybe that's the kind of nuance though that you want to kind of work through as a writer. Nina McCoingley is gonna suss it out for you. It
She's gonna
sounds good.
help. Yeah.
All right. We also have the final F-bomb flash fiction reading at the Mercury Cafe. So you have one chance left to enjoy the literary chaos magic that is F-bomb reading series. For well over a decade, it's been a stalwart defender of free speech and the open mic. Come enjoy science, some fiction, camaraderie, and some literary goodness in America that the current state deserves. So maybe that's answering the question. At
Mm-hmm.
the Mercury Cafe, it's like, yeah, dude, go take it to open mic. You'll find out really quick if it's good or not, or if you can or not.
Yeah. Exactly. You'll know.
Nice. We've got Punksgiving 2024. Punk rock saves lives and hosting a musical happy hour featuring Valors and Sputnik, Slovenia, with the goal of feeding 75 food insecure families in the East Colfax neighborhood. Entry is free with a donation, and this is Wednesday, November 20th. That's tomorrow. In support of Punk Rock Saves Christmas, which I think is awesome. I'm also unearthing some other good ways to give back, or perhaps to share a meal with somebody for Thanksgiving. If you're stuck without friends and family in the Mile High City, we'll kind of take a look at that. We've got the Mile High tree lighting ceremony on Friday in Civic Center Park, opening ceremony for the 24th. Christmas Kindle Market in Civic Center Park.
Oh yeah, that's
We've got
big.
yeah, that's huge. We got Fourth Friday Jazz at Brother Jeff's Cultural Center and Mile High Soul Club on Friday, which is a soul and funk dance party, and it's all vinyl selections from the 60s and 70s. It's a free outdoor event, which sounds awesome as well. And like I mentioned, I'm going to just drop an absolute gigantic list of family friendly events for the upcoming holiday season,
Hmm.
which brings us into our own personal plans. What do you guys got going for the holidays this year, guys?
Troy.
Yeah, so next week my brother is coming into town. He lives in NorCal with his girlfriend, and then we're driving down to San Diego for Thanksgiving to hang out with my grandma and my mom and some other family. So that'll be very cool. And then Christmas, I'll be in Maui visiting my girlfriend's family. So this will be like our fifth year doing Christmas in a row there. So keeping the tradition alive. And I don't know how I'm ever gonna spend Christmas anywhere else because it's really nice there. And
Yeah,
in December, it's like feels like summer here. So it's yeah, I'm keeping the tradition alive for as long as I can.
I can imagine that's the best place to be during Christmas
I literally think it is like the best place. Like
on
they're
Earth.
yeah, like honestly,
Wow, that's really nice. I've always wanted to hit up Hawaii. Ah, one day.
got to.
For Thanksgiving, I'm gonna be here, and I'll meet up with some friends. I'll meet up with my brother, some family, and the night before Thanksgiving, I know I'm definitely walking down the street to Cervantes to see this guy MPH, who's a UK DJ that's coming through. But other than that, a couple Friendsgivings here and there. Got the family Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving night, and that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be staying here.
Nice.
No
That's
home
killer.
trip for Thanksgiving this year, but I will be home for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sticking around too. Yeah, my birthday's on Thanksgiving this year. So that's
Mm.
always fun. That's a rotating 6 year thing, I think, that happens. So I
Nice.
remember when I was a kid, I always got the turkey leg for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
And then you learn that that's not the best part of the turkey. So now I give that to somebody else. But I'll be in town. I'm gonna start working on some of my recipes, I think, this week to make sure I nail it. I got a bunch of family coming to town, which will be really cool, for Thanksgiving. And then I got tickets to the Buffs game the day after for my whole little family. So I'm super stoked about that. I am
Nice.
I am so on board with the Buffs this year. And at Christmas I'll be here as well. We'll see how that shakes out. But man, it snuck up on us, man. It seems like the holidays is, I mean, it's the 19th of November, if you could believe it.
Yeah,
It's so
we're
crazy.
there. We're almost
We're
right there.
there.
I feel
Yeah,
like New Year's just happened like a few months ago.
totally. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's do some highlights, gentlemen. Troy was a highlight for you last week.
Yeah, so I was actually down in San Diego this weekend visiting a friend for his birthday. So we went and got together and did some sushi. So that was fun. I got to watch football with some friends on Sunday and visited with my grandma and mom for a little bit who live in San Diego. And we planned out some food and stuff for Thanksgiving. So yeah, it was a awesome weekend. Got to saw like a ton of friends down in San Diego, so who all made it out for the birthday. So that was really cool. People I hadn't seen in a long time. I had like friends who'd moved away to Australia. It was my first time seeing them in a couple years. They were visiting, so super cool weekend catching up with some old friends. What about you guys?
Very nice. My highlight's got to be the Levity concert that was going on, which I highlighted as the bass thing to see last week. But man, it was really good, and couldn't want anything more from it. It was just solid show, solid people. Actually, the one thing that we wanted more was room. It was at the Ogden, and it should have been at the Fillmore. It could have easily been at the Fillmore. And I think the Fillmore is the premier location for 360 stages in Denver, maybe, probably in the whole city. So that's the only feedback from this weekend's highlight. Could have been bigger.
Did it rotate? Was it a rotating stage?
No rotating on this one. It was too small. It should have been like raised up 10 feet because for a lot of it, I was, 3 rows back from the rail, and I still couldn't even see the DJ. So it's definitely could have been in a better setup. Next time, Levity, got to do it at the Fillmore because that's where the primo 360 stages are at. But no, still a solid show. You got to see lots of lasers in lieu of seeing the DJ themselves.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That was it.
Nice, man. My highlight, I went on a 4-day retreat and it was great. It seems like that's just like something you do when you're older. You guys ever done any retreats? Like meditation retreat?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Definitely will
It's
be
like-
happening though.
Yeah, I know. I hear, Tom, like your adventures every week, and I'm like, that's what I should be doing, man. What am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get introspective and quiet and still? No, I need to party adult with all this bass music.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it was good though. I actually really like it. I love to party too, but like, you have a lot of responsibilities and everything is go, go, go. I like literally, and maybe some parents can relate to this. You just don't think that it's going to be like this, that like literally every day is like laundry, dishes, food, getting people things. I mean, it's just, there's a repetition that's lovely. I feel so blessed to have such like a great family and friends life, but there's just like some kind of, you fall into like a rhythm that almost can feel like concrete. And something about slowing way down, get a little bit of space, and it just makes that whole monotony feel really snuggly. Like you can't wait to get back to it. Like, I can't wait to do the dishes for the 7th time in one day.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Where was the retreat?
Where?
Yeah.
It was in Colorado Springs. So it was
Oh.
basically a 5,700 square foot house that they rented out VRBO with this group I've been sitting with for some time. And it's just great, solid people, kind of they cook for you, the folks that were doing kind of like all the tidying up. I just kept thanking them. I was like, hey man, I'm not going to feel bad. And actually I'm going to feel great about not doing one dish, not making one food. Let me be completely irresponsible and just like enjoy it. It was awesome. I mean, even vacations sometimes can be like worse than chilling at home because you got so much stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
So just the retreat modality, like go, hang your hat on somebody else's doorway and just chill. It was great. It felt really good. So I was happy to do that, particularly going into the holiday season as we are about to explode into 2025, if you can believe that.
Can't believe that. We're literally.
How you guys feeling about
there.
2024? Net positive, net negative?
I think very positive.
I'm going
Yeah.
positive too, without a doubt.
Yeah. 2024 was almost just like a mirage, like it didn't exist in a way.
It was quick.
We're dang near through it.
Yeah. Seriously. I moved to a new city like February. We're 9 months later, and it literally feels like I've like barely even settled in, just getting started. So
Yeah. Sick. Nice. Okay. So we got a new series coming up, and there's going to be some variability in here. But we were talking about, Cronky. I published a little thing about him. I want to unearth and see if there's some other untold secrets about Colorado billionaires. And yeah, that's kind of rarefied air. So maybe there'll be some other folks that aren't quite billionaires. But I think that there's a lot of interesting Denver business stories that are out there and ripe for the taking. So We're going to start talking about that on the podcast a little bit and see if we can get some colorful individuals to feature. Uh, um, and this weekend I was actually working on a little bit, and we might have to go into the other side too. What the opposite of billionaires are like some good old dusty old West characters from. Or I was actually, because I was in Colorado Springs, I was thinking about Nikola Tesla, who probably should have been a billionaire, but died penniless, largely because he was so eccentric. But I don't know. Do you guys know the connection between Nikola Tesla and Colorado Springs?
I do not.
I feel like I do, but I need a refresher.
So I think it was in the beginning of World War One when he's building his like big towers, like for like wireless energy, and in New York. And I think the government like seized him or something like this. I could be totally wrong. But basically they had to smelt down his like his science projects to make bullets to shoot Germans. And
Mhm.
so after that, and after Edison kind of famously kind of took some of his patents and commercialized them, he was kind of without a place to do some of his science experiments. So the city and county of a small little township in Colorado, Colorado, Colorado Springs, decided that they would give him basically whatever he needed as far as like access to um, build his laboratory in exchange for powering the city with electricity. So Colorado Springs, Colorado became one of the first cities in America that had alternating current power supply. So he did all kinds of experiments out here. And for a while, there still might be, there was a Nikola Tesla museum. And it was probably 15 years ago that I was calling the guy that was running it. I wanted to interview him, and he was very skeptical. I would call and just let it ring and ring and ring. It was a museum, and he never answered the phone. Finally picks up the phone and he's like, "Who is this?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, you know what? I've been calling for a while." He's like, "I've seen your number. You're calling. What is this?" I was like, "I just want to interview you, man. I think Nikola Tesla's cool, and I didn't realize there was a museum here. I'd love to interview you." And he's like, "Who are you with?"
Who are you with?
Like, I'm just a regular guy. No, I'm not with anybody. So I don't know. Maybe he owed money to somebody or something.
That's pretty
Man.
funny.
That the IRS was calling, but
Have you seen the movie The Prestige?
yeah,
So yeah, so a lot of the way they portray Nikola Tesla in that movie, it's true, I guess, which I didn't realize.
like the Colorado Springs part.
Yeah, where he's kind of in that cabin, like deep in kind of the hillside, and he is his running his experiments, but also supplying energy to the whole town.
Yeah, yeah, that was totally true. And
Yeah.
there's that scene where he's like standing in the field and he's like holding light bulbs and they're just illuminating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Yeah, and the magician goes there to have him build him it's like a cloning device. It's
That's
like
right.
a cloning machine. It's a good movie.
That is a cool movie. That's the dude that did the Batman series, right? Michael Christopher Nolan. Didn't Christopher Nolan do the Prestige?
I think he did. Yes. Yeah, Christopher. Yep, it is. Yeah, it's like the same cast from Batman.
Yeah,
Um, with Christian Bale and Michael Caine.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a good movie.
yeah.
David Bowie plays Nikola Tesla.
Wow.
Oh man, I forgot that. That's worth going back and watching again.
Yeah, it's a good one. But that's what I imagine.
Totally.
Nikola Tesla.
I know. I never made it to interview that guy. I got spooked because he was so suspicious. But yeah, I was hoping that there would be like a dusty room with like the like old sheets over it, over some equipment.
Hmm. A diary.
Yeah, exactly. A diary with maybe some eyeglasses on the counter.
Hmm.
Something cool. But yeah, not so much. All right, boys, that's a wrap. Anything else?
Nope.
Is that the only insight, or you're sending out the insights in the newsletter on
Yeah,
the
for
billionaires?
the billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to work on it. Maybe I'll start. Maybe I'll do a little a little report on Tesla's time in Colorado Springs. It might be a fun place to start.
There you go. And you can include, I know you were doing the deep dive into the billionaires, but in the newsletter, you should also include my list of the top luxury real estate properties that you can purchase in Colorado if you are one of those billionaires listening in.
Oh, hell
Could
yeah,
purchase
man.
one of our homes.
I see this link. I thought this was from last week, but you put that together. Let's go over these, man. So tell me what is this? Luxury real estate?
Yeah. There's this one guy that I follow who I love all of his videos, but I chose two of my favorite ones in Colorado that he's done. The Chateau V, that's the main goal for this lifetime.
Ooh.
$1 million newly built Colorado modern castle with mountain views.
So that's 12 million. That was a couple years ago. Now somebody has since bought it and finished it, and now they're trying to sell it for 60 million. But they're saying that is their whole goal is to go for a little bit of a market shock. They don't expect to sell it for 60 million. But this is up in Evergreen.
It looks like it's so remote. It's like there's nothing around it as far just trees. Like,
oh yeah, no, when you're up there, I mean, once you get up into the mountains, things spread out pretty quickly. And Evergreen is pretty close to Denver. Like, this is 30 minutes from Denver.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's pretty spread out. But man, when you get in there and you click through and you see exactly what that place looks like, it's nice.
This is a chateau.
It is.
Modern castle. God dang, look at that, man. That looks like some Harry Potter looking ass. That's amazing.
Yeah, so when they were selling this, some of the rooms were unfinished, and they guess the grounds weren't finished or whatever. But whatever family was building it, I think they might have ended up losing some money on it. They sold it, but now the person who bought it is trying to sell it again for a lot more.
Wow.
And then the other one is a Vail property, which is a little bit on the higher end, but I honestly like the first one better. This is just another really crazy one.
Dude, 45 mil?
Yeah.
Private lake.
There's another one. There's more on there too. There's like $100 million one in Aspen.
This one seems to fit in a little bit more to the Colorado aesthetic. It's got a modern energy, but they're kind of doing like the barn wood on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch through, sorry, Troy.
It's like modern cabin kind of feel.
When you watch through the video, oftentimes the creators of the houses will tell you about their decisions for that. And yeah, Colorado, that's like one of the big factors. They wanted to blend into the environment.
Dude, this is so pretty.
So yeah, throw those out in the newsletter too. People got to know about our guy Inez. He's got the good tours.
No doubt.
Troy, you should watch one he just did about in Bel Air. You just put it out.
Oh, he does everywhere beyond just Colorado.
Oh, he does the whole world, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
As long as it's nice enough.
Yeah.
There's a Bel Air one like 3 weeks ago or so. That's just insane.
That's this guy's. He's like the luxury real estate guy.
Yeah, but he's not even like the listing agent for these.
Just like a journalist, YouTuber that.
Yeah, he just makes the YouTube videos that ultimately helps promote the properties, but he gets all his views from people just wanting to see what the places look like,
Yeah.
Shout out to Inez.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this out. Pretty wild. Jokic should grab one of those ones up there.
I know that Evergreen one. Ooh, Chateau V. He shouldn't.
I was gonna say Jamal. He's got 50 million a year, but man, he really needs to earn it at this point.
He hasn't earned it yet.
He needs to live in a tiny house until he scores 40 points when Jokic is out.
Live in a tiny.
Wow, dude, this is incredible, man. Yeah, if I had 45 million, I might spend it on this house.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, do a little deep dive on his channel. See where what other places you might think about too. But you got to go to his actual page, click into the videos, and search there.
We'll keep holding Bitcoin, Tom. You might get one.
Where are we at? We're down. We're down.
Yeah.
It's all right. Maybe one day we'll get the. We were only an hour off today, getting the all-time high.
I know.
On the show
Next week.
Next week. Keep on pushing.
It's interesting though that like Tuesdays it's been trending to all-time highs for 2 weeks now.
That's true.
Might
It's
be
hit on
something about
why.
Tuesdays.
Yeah. Something about Tuesday.
Everyone's saving all that money on flights they're booking that they're just investing it, and prices are going up.
92,366. Man.
Hell yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I'm going to put these videos, Tom, in the newsletter this week. So definitely sign up if you haven't yet, ladies and gentlemen. You can check out these unbelievable mountain estates. Holy cow.
Do it. Check them out.
I'll do it. Otherwise, I think that's a wrap. Is that a wrap, guys?
I'm
I
good.
think so.
Cool. Big Nuggets games this week. Big Buffs games this week. I think the Avs are playing. I need to catch up, see what's going on with the Avs and, of course, Broncos. So we will check back in next Tuesday. Otherwise, thanks, guys. Have a great week.
Yeah. You as well.
Have a good
Talk
one.